if I told you that this autumn you'll likely be throwing away several pounds of actual black gold for your garden? Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Today, we're diving into the world of compost, but forget those usual apple cores and grass clippings. We're about to reveal 7 of the most unexpected kitchen and garden scraps that are absolutely perfect for your autumn compost pile. Some of these are definitely going to surprise you, so stick around. First things first, let's understand why autumn composting is a whole different ballgame. Unlike its summer counterpart, which matures quickly, autumn compost is more like a slow cooker for your garden. It'll be breaking down all winter, and by spring, you'll have incredibly rich, loose, and nutrient-packed soil ready to go. The key to success is finding that perfect balance of green, nitrogen-rich materials and brown, carbon-rich materials, and that's exactly where our surprising recommendations come in. Alright, the number 1 ingredient to kickstart our composting magic is hiding right in your morning cup. Yes, I'm talking about coffee grounds and used tea leaves. Millions of us brew coffee or tea every morning to wake up. It's our daily ritual. But what happens to the leftovers? More often than not, they end up thoughtlessly tossed straight into the trash. And that's a huge mistake. By throwing them away, you're depriving your future compost of one of its most powerful and readily available activators. Coffee grounds are a true energy drink for the beneficial microorganisms in your compost pile. They're incredibly rich in nitrogen, that green component that kickstarts and heats up the entire organic decomposition process. Imagine it as high-octane fuel for your little factory producing fertile soil. What's more, coffee grounds also help make the compost structure looser and more aerated. And what about tea? It's almost as straightforward, but there's one crucial detail many people overlook. Make sure your tea bags don't contain plastic or metal staples. Many manufacturers use polypropylene to seal the bags, and that won't decompose. The safest method is to simply empty the tea leaves out and discard the bag itself. Or, even better, use loose-leaf tea. Then you'll have absolutely no issues. Simply add these aromatic leftovers to your compost as they accumulate, and you'll take the first, very important step towards creating black gold for your garden. And now, get ready for something truly unexpected. Our second secret ingredient might strike you as strange, perhaps even a little wild, but I urge you to push past any initial squeamishness and trust the science. So our second ingredient is hair. Yes, you heard me right. The human hair from your brush and even the fur you lovingly comb from your cat or dog are fantastic additions to your autumn compost. Why, you ask? It all comes down to their composition. Hair and fur are made of keratin protein, which is an incredibly rich source of nitrogen. But there's a key feature that makes them perfect specifically for slow autumn composting. They decompose very slowly. They're not a sprinter like grass clippings, they're a true marathoner. Think of them as a kind of slow-release fertilizer capsule. Throughout the winter and into spring, this organic material will slowly but steadily decompose, gradually releasing its valuable nutrients into your compost. So you're not just adding nitrogen, you're building a long-term reserve of fertility that will work for you for months on end. So feel free to start collecting this unusual ingredient. Your garden will thank you immensely next spring. We've covered the greens, the nitrogen-rich components, but to create the perfect compost, you need balance. It desperately needs carbon, the brown materials, which provide structure and food for a different kind of microorganism. And here's surprise number 3, something you probably throw away every single day without a second thought. Cardboard. But not just any cardboard. We're talking about plain, uncoloured, non-glossy types. Think egg cartons, toilet paper and paper towel rolls, plain corrugated cardboard boxes without colour printing or tape. So, what makes them so valuable? First, they're pure carbon, perfectly balancing out those nitrogen-rich scraps. Second, and perhaps most importantly, cardboard provides structure. It prevents your compost pile from compacting into a dense, wet and smelly mess. Small pieces of cardboard act as spacers, creating essential air pockets that aerobic bacteria, our main composting helpers, need to thrive. Before adding cardboard to your compost, make sure to tear it into small pieces. The smaller, the better. This will significantly speed up its decomposition. So, the next time you finish a roll of paper towels, know that you're holding not trash, but a valuable building block for the future health of your garden. So, we've layered in the essentials: energy, long-lasting nutrients, and structure for our compost mix. What's the next ingredient? Next, we're going to add a little spice, and this is our fourth, truly zesty component. Take a peek into the back of your pantry. Chances are you'll find that jar of cinnamon you bought for holiday baking 2 Christmases ago, or that turmeric, long past its prime, or ground pepper that's lost its punch. Hold on before you toss those treasures. What many don't realise is that those old expired spices can do wonders for your compost pile. For starters, they're still packed with organic compounds and micronutrients that will enrich your finished compost. But here's the real kicker. Many spices possess natural fungicidal and antibacterial properties. Cinnamon, for instance, is well known for its ability to inhibit mold growth, and a sprinkle of cayenne or chili powder can actually help deter rodents and other unwelcome visitors from digging into your pile. Now, we're not talking about dumping pounds of spices into your bin, but a modest pinch of those forgotten seasonings won't just be harmless. It'll contribute a unique array of elements to your compost and help maintain a healthy microbial balance. It's a small, unexpected secret that can transform your compost from good to truly great. We've crossed the equator of our list, and the excitement is building. Hopefully, you haven't rushed off to raid your kitchen cabinets or rummage through your trash bins yet, because our next item, number 5, will have you checking your wine rack, or at the very least, your cutlery drawer. I'm talking about natural wine corks. A crucial disclaimer right away. We're talking specifically about corks made from the bark of the cork oak tree, not plastic or compressed alternatives. If you're unsure, just try to break one. A natural cork will crumble, while a synthetic one will bend. You might be wondering why you'd ever throw this dense, seemingly indestructible material into your compost pile. The answer isn't about nutrients, it's all about the physics of the process. Cork bark breaks down incredibly slowly, taking years to fully decompose. But that's precisely where their superpower lies. Their main role in the compost pile is aeration. They act like durable, springy little spheres that prevent the organic material from compacting. They create and maintain essential air channels, allowing oxygen to penetrate deep into the compost, which is vital for beneficial bacteria to thrive. You can chop them up with a knife or use a garden shredder before adding them, or you can simply toss them in whole. They also act like tiny sponges, absorbing excess moisture and slowly releasing it back into the pile. It's a simple yet elegant way to improve your compost structure for years to come. Our 6th surprising contender for the compost pile might just have you re-evaluating your wardrobe. Sounds intriguing, doesn't it? Absolutely. Today, we're diving into old clothes and fabrics, but with a very important distinction. We're exclusively focusing on 100% natural materials. Think of that lone cotton sock that lost its mate, or a wool sweater tragically destroyed by moths, or small scraps of linen or silk left over from your craft projects. Why does this work? It's quite simple. Cotton, linen, and jute are plant-based fibres. Wool and silk come from animals. Essentially, they're the same organic matter as leaves or grass, just in a different form. When added to your compost, they become an excellent carbon source, a brown material. They help balance nitrogen-rich kitchen scraps and create a good, airy structure. The most important rule? No synthetics. Polyester, nylon, acrylic, and other artificial fabrics won't break down in compost, not even in 100 years. Instead, they'll just turn into microplastics and contaminate your soil. So, before you toss an old t-shirt into the bin, check the label carefully. Make sure it says 100% cotton or 100% wool. And don't forget to cut the fabric into small strips or pieces. This will significantly speed up its transformation into nutrient-rich humus. And finally, we've arrived at the grand finale of our list. Our seventh ingredient is the undisputed king of autumn, the very emblem of Halloween, and the star player in countless seasonal dishes. I'm talking, of course, about the humble pumpkin. More specifically, I'm referring to those gooey, stringy innards that so many ruthlessly discard after carving a festive jack-o'-lantern or whipping up a delicious pumpkin puree. That very slimy, fibrous mass, complete with seeds, isn't waste at all. It's a genuine treasure trove for your compost pile. Just think about it. This material is incredibly rich in both moisture and vital nutrients. It's packed with natural sugars, which provide an instant energy boost for the microorganisms that kickstart the composting process. It's like the starter motor of a car engine, delivering a powerful initial jolt that gets the entire system humming along smoothly and actively. These pumpkin remnants literally heat up your compost pile, significantly accelerating the fermentation and decomposition of other, drier and denser components. There's just one little tip to help you harness this resource most effectively. Before adding your pumpkin guts to the compost, give them a quick chop with a shovel or knife. This increases the surface area, allowing microorganisms to get to work even faster and accelerating the entire process. So next time you're preparing anything with pumpkin, remember, those wastes are actually one of the most valuable contributions you can make to the future health and fertility of your garden. Now let's put it all together and you'll grasp the true magic. Just imagine this. You add hair to your compost and for months it slowly releases nitrogen, feeding the microorganisms. You toss in shredded wine corks and they act like tiny spacers, preventing the compost from compacting and ensuring vital oxygen flow. Old spices don't just decompose, they cultivate a unique microflora that can make your final compost product more disease-resistant. This isn't just waste disposal anymore. This is genuine garden alchemy. You're not just mixing scraps, you're engineering a living organism that will build itself throughout the winter, ready to bestow incredible strength and fertility upon your garden in spring. And that's the real game changer. Your compost pile isn't a dump. It's a slow-working bioreactor. So, let's recap. Coffee grounds, hair, cardboard, old spices, wine corks, natural fabrics, and pumpkin remnants. These are the 7 secret ingredients for your perfect autumn compost. I hope that now you'll look at your waste with completely new eyes. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. If you found anything new and useful, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on more gardening secrets. Now, a question for you. What are some of the most unusual things you've ever added to your compost pile? Share your experiments and stories in the comments below.